Okay, so now you learned how we can load this table, but let's make these TRs that we are generating, we want to be able to delete them. I want to have a way to delete every account that has zero balance. For example, I will add one more account. Let me add one more account with zero balance, comma, enter, comma, enter. And of course, you have to change this number to some other random number so they don't become the same account numbers. And I will give their balances 0. Okay, so I created 3 more accounts with 0 balance. So as soon as I refresh, you see I have 0, 0, and 0. 3 more accounts with 0 stuff. Okay, now I want to put a delete button next to the ones that have a 0. How can I do that? How can I add one more column that has buttons? One button called delete. Where will I modify in my code? Inside the TR I will write one more TD, right? Excellent. So I'll write one more TD, and I can write now fa dash, okay, fa apple. Don't write this, but you can write fa, FAS, FA trash, and I'll remove this. Basically, there is something called, you can write I class FAS trash slash alt. This is basically going to give you that icon. You remember the Font Awesome icons? Yes, it gives you the trash icon. And I have this trash icon now in one of the TDs. So if you refresh it, you should be able to see it here. There will be one more column added. The problem is I have some issues with my... so I'll use button, no problem. And I will say delete. But for you, you should use the other one. For you? Can you use okay. Font Awesome is not linked? It's linked here. Yes, Font Awesome. But no problem. It's all right. We don't mind because you can link it and use whatever button you want. It doesn't matter in the future, okay? But you can see here what? All of them have delete, isn't it? Now, I don't want delete to appear in everyone. I want delete to appear only on those accounts that have 0 balance. How could we do that? Huh? It showed up? Yes, so it shows up for a lot of you. Good. For me, I'm still having issues. So you can use, of course, the thing I showed you, the Font Awesome / trash. So if you want this part of the code to show when a condition is met, what's our condition? When the balance is 0, then you can do what? $, if account dot balance is 0, if we have a 0 balance, or to be more generic, let's say if it's less than or equal to 0, and I will put a question mark. What should I show? In quotation, this part. Otherwise, nothing. You get the idea? So I can even put this type of text, which I prefer. And I'm saying, if this is the case, then you show this button. Otherwise, you know the ternary operator, right? You know the ternary operator? Ternary operator is like this. If, let's say, let y equals to 10. If y equals to 10, then dot log 10. Else dot log not 10. If you have something like this, you can change it to a ternary operator. How? You take the condition, you put a question mark, you take the true value, colon, you take the false value. And this and this are exactly the same. What you are saying is y equals to 10? If it's true, do this part. If it's false, do this part. So this is called ternary operator. I think it's programming 151. So that's what we are using, the ternary operator. So what I'm saying is that, hey, if the balance is less than or equal to 0, show me this or show me this one. Okay? Now if you refresh your code, the buttons will no longer show everywhere, but they only show up on places where the number is 0. But I don't like this, I don't want to remove the TDs. I only want to fix, I don't want to show only, but I want to have the column. So to bring back my column, okay, what I will do is that I remove the TD part outside the condition, and I'll keep everything else inside the condition. You get the idea, right? With the condition, but everything. And only those ones will have the delete buttons, okay? Now we have the delete buttons in each one. When we click on any of this delete button, we want to delete the whole row. Delete the same account from my server, and also I want to delete the entire row. So how can I do that? The way you do it is simple. Actually, it's in 2 steps. The first thing is what? To register a click listener to my buttons. So how do you register a click listener? You write on click, and then I can say alert, and let's say hello. So if someone clicks on this button, alert hello. Actually, instead of saying hello, let's alert the account number. So I want to alert this. So I want to alert the account number. So let's go here, refresh, and click on the delete. What happens? Which account am I trying to delete? 999. And if I click on this one, which account am I trying to delete? 9755. And if I click on this one, 23. So we are able to detect which account we would like to delete. So instead of now saying alert account number, we will call a method called handle delete account, and that method will be able to delete the account from the server, and will be able to also delete it from our DOM element. You get the idea? So we alerted now the account number, but now we want to delete it. So let's create this method now. So we can say async function, and you have to know any method that's talking to our server should be what? Asynchronous. And then I'll write handle account, and it takes what? Account number. Excellent. So first step is to construct my URL, and to do this I will always go back where? To my router, to understand which of my routes is able to delete stuff. Which one is able to delete it? This is the delete, but which route? Slash account slash ID. So this is exactly the way we need to send it. So I will go back to my index.js, and I will say backticks, and I will say you have to go to slash. Do not forget the slash. If you don't write slash, it will be error. API slash accounts slash $sign account number. So basically I'm saying this is the URL that can delete. We know this. Next, let's create our config object. So how many things do you send in Postman when you delete something? You select this to delete, right? The method. and the URL slash 123, isn't it? Now you just press send. Do you add body? Do you add headers? No. The same thing here. We don't add body, we don't add headers, we only write what? Method colon to be delete. Last is to say await fetch, pass the URL, pass your configuration object. That's this will go to your server and delete it for you. Okay? Now this will delete from the server. However, it's not deleting my row. So I want to programmatically also remove that row from my table. So to do that, first thing you need to do is what? So let's say right click and inspect. You see here in console, if I want to delete the whole main, all you have to do is document dot query selector. You find main, something called main, and you say dot remove. That's it. It deletes the whole element. Okay? That's the technique you use. So you need to know what? The ID. The ID of the element. In our case, if we were to do this, which ID do we need? The row ID, isn't it? But if you see our rows, right click and inspect, do they have IDs? No. So we need to do what? We need to add IDs for them. And where can we add IDs? When we were generating them, right? When we were generating them, if we added ID equals to $row dash $sign outside, and if I wrote account number, they will get an ID that looks like what? It will be row dash 123, right? Because I am concatenating row and something. So it will look like row dash account 123. So the structure will be something like this: ID equals to row dash 123, okay, or 124 or 334. So the ID will look something like this. You could write here XYZ. Yeah. If you write this, it will be RXXO this. So let's go and check first of all. Refresh and now inspect it. Let's inspect our code. If you see now, if you right click and inspect again, the table rows have what? They have IDs now. Their ID says what? Row dash the account number, row dash the account number, row dash the account number. Now can I delete this? How would you delete something like this? You just copy and say document dot query selector, and you pass to it the ID that has row dash 4 whatever dot remove, and it will remove that element for you. If you want to delete the element, let's say 99, the same thing, but this part becomes 99. You see? Now we don't want to do this. We want to do deleting when the button is clicked. So we want to call something similar, exactly similar, but inside the delete method, which is the handle delete method. So after we delete this thing from the server, we want to do document dot query selector, but this part now becomes what? $row, and we need to put the backticks, and this part will be $account number. You get the idea now? So if I get the account number, I know this account number row ID will be row dash account number, because I did it this way. When I was designing it, I designed each row to have row dash account number. And in here, that's what they have. Each one has row dash the account number. So to delete account number 999, the row ID will be row dash the account number. Okay, that's what's happening here. And if I do document.query selector, select that row and .remove, it will remove it for me. Okay, now of course you have to put all of this inside a try catch because it's an asynchronous method. Exception, something might fail, so we have now the delete. Go to your link, refresh it. If I press on delete, it deletes from here, and also it deletes it from my accounts. You see, you will never find that account. So let's delete account number 23611 and 23611 delete. And if I refresh this guy, you see that account is gone. Okay, it's being deleted from my file.